In honor of Valentine's Day, our next guest is a well-known love, dating, and heartbreak expert whose first book, Love Will Find You, has just been released. Kathryn Alice has appeared in Psychology Today, Cosmopolitan, the New York Times, and was a guest on Montel. She is in the middle of a book tour and was a keynote speaker at last week's Conscious Life Expo. Kathryn, thank you so much for joining us today.
Well, thank you, Heather, for having me.
And perfect subject for Valentine's Day.
Yes.
That's why we booked it. And I love the name of your book. It kind of gives hope. I mean, how did you find out?
Well, I have found that when working with people, love is a big issue, especially Valentine's Day. And I think that when you're looking too hard, it sort of pushes it away. And so we've named the book Love Will Find You because I believe that when you have the right energy, you attract love. You can attract it rather than have to go try to find it.
Any age, any time in your life?
Exactly. People think that, well, if I'm over a certain age, I can't have love, or maybe if I lose 50 pounds, I'll get love, you know, different things. And I've never found any of that to keep love away from anybody.
It is hard to sit back and just wait. I mean, what do you suggest people do that really want to find their soulmate?
Well, I don't think you have to wait, but I think it's more important what you're doing inside and your energy than anything you do on the outer. And so I think one is to start having the belief that you get love, because this is the truth. And I find just lifting up the despair that maybe I'm left out of love, I'll never have it, changes your energy and it really attracts love. So that's number one.
And I have to say, today can kind of be depressing for people. I mean,
Yeah.
if you are alone and you think, gosh, it's never going to happen for me. Do you have any suggestions for people kind of sitting at home and...
Yes. Well, first off, don't make a date just to have a date because you're going to be disappointed. and secondly, go buy a Valentine's card for the love you don't have yet. I actually did that with my husband. Before I ever knew him, I bought a card that said, "Forever is not long enough with you." And then when I married, on our wedding day, I gave it to him, and it was kind of old by then. But do something like that for the love you don't have yet, just to give yourself hope, and do something loving to somebody else you know who's single, like your aunt or somebody. So.
And just don't be alone.
Yeah, don't be alone.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a good time to stay home alone because you'll kind of wallow in your misery if you're upset about it.
What about people already in relationships? You know, married couples. I mean, what can they do to kind of keep the love going?
I think it's important to not get bored because you can never, ever get to the bottom of another person. And so as you look for the depths and keep trying to get to know them more and keep revealing yourself more, it keeps it alive. And I think you can have crackling chemistry with your soulmate that never dies.
Well, I think it's a great message. Love will find you. Everybody wants to believe that, and I'm really looking forward to getting the book as well. So thank you so much,
Well,
Kathryn, for coming on, and happy Valentine's Day.